This is Ronald at Win 911, and thanks for joining us today. We're going to have a quick discussion over using our software with VoIP, Voice over IP. And here we go. So we're going to talk about today what is VoIP and why use it, some tips, tricks in getting ready for your VoIP deployment with us, some common support issues, and then some resources to help you along the way. So first off, what is VoIP? VoIP is a method of converting analog audio signals to digital data packets and then sending those over the internet rather than going through the traditional analog phone line. And why would you use VoIP? Mostly because internet being readily available makes this kind of deployment a lot less expensive than a standard analog phone system because internet is so cheap. So with VoIP, you can get this to be free or a lot cheaper than analog voice, depending on which system you're going to use. You can also integrate voice and data at the same time. And then again, you can reduce kind of your overall cost there on the voice and internet facilities. And you get to also use multiple phone lines at once, which when it comes to alarming can be a nice plus there. If you have multiple critical alarms going off at the same time, you can notify people on different phone lines to that multiple phone line usage at once there to get people notified much quicker. And here's a quick diagram to kind of walk you through this. So in general, whether you're using a physical VoIP phone or a soft phone or some kind of software that will utilize VoIP, you need to get your SIP settings, so whatever it is, knows how to get to the VoIP server. That will send out that information to the internet. If it's being received by a VoIP phone, it will get sent straight there. If it's going to get translated to the analog side of things, it'll get sent to the PSTN gateway. The translation's done behind the scenes, under the hood there, and that'll get sent to the analog phone there. And that could be a rotary phone, a regular desk phone, or a cell phone. Any phone that's not on the VoIP side will be received on the analog side there. And here's how we work with this. So we can connect to VoIP with any SIP server. We have a lot of systems that we've already tested, or you can use one of your own providers. So again, we can use a physical VoIP system or an all software-based VoIP system, kind of like your Skype. And then along with this, you will have that voice engine that will take that alarm notification and send it out using text-to-speech. This also works with our premium voices, and we have multiple language support as well, which will work with the VoIP there. So for the deployment, the biggest key to success is being ready ahead of time. You might need your IT people ready to open any applicable ports in your firewall for the SIP client. You'll need your SIP server parameters, which are to our right here. And then if you want to test it out, you can use a soft dialer, a software VoIP phone to test it out, which we can provide that for you at no cost here. And so again, being prepared is going to be your biggest key to success here. I took a screenshot of our configuration page for VoIP. And on the right here, and you can see all the things that ahead of time you'll need to know and have ready to pop that information in there. Things like your user ID, how many inbound, outbound channels you want, the server and proxy address, the NAT type, so on and so forth. Feel free to bookmark this or pause it here, again, to see what you'll need ahead of time. But if you have these things ready ahead of time, that'll make your deployment that much more straightforward. Some common issues, they all kind of revolve around not having things ready ahead of time or not knowing the information ahead of time, such as not knowing the VoIP configuration settings, and you're not aware of what requirements you would need to make it work with the VoIP provider, and the firewall ports not being open. Again, everything on this page are things you want to have ready ahead of time to make sure you have a seamless deployment there. And we've got some resources for you. This install guide link is a clickable link. If you click on that, it'll take you to the guide, and then on page 122 it goes over setting up VoIP. And then we've tested VoIP with these providers here. You can use anyone that you'd like and it should work just fine, provided that you have these proper settings put in. Or you can use one of the pre-tested ones right here, because we know those work ahead of time. And that's about it. Thanks for joining us. We want to make sure you have a successful time getting this set up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, need some help in getting this set up, feel free to shoot us an email, or you can call us and talk to sales, talk to tech support, and we'll work as a team to get this taken care of for you. Again, any questions you need, we're here to help you out, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.